I thought with the war between Russia and the Ukraine that's currently going on that I'd take a look at the language and religion of the Ukraine specifically, our ally, and it was interesting to me how much they are similar than they are different. And that's probably because they were one whole country at one time and they even share a language. The Boston Globe talks about the language of Russia and Ukraine, and the claim is that Ukrainian isn't a language and has been one of the drumbeats of the Russian-Ukraine relationship for centuries. It's true that the distinction between a language and a dialect is notoriously slippery, often more about politics and mutual intelligibility or a shared vocabulary. It's actually said that a language is a dialect with an army and a navy. As in any other language other than English, it would be definitely beneficial to the patient and to having a successful patient outcome if you have the availability of interpreters that speak Ukrainian and English. And of course, you can always use apps, and there's a ton of webcam services out there for translating purposes. So it's a challenge, but it's definitely doable. While Ukraine is about 40% atheist, about a third of it is actually Orthodox, and some of it is from Kiev, their capital, and their local Ukrainian government, and they actually have an association with the Moscow Patriarch. Another shared entity is the healthcare system between the Soviet and Ukraine. They're not together anymore, but Ukraine offers something of a universal healthcare system. But there's so much corruption that it's free, but not really. I mean, they have to pay for everything from their own soap to daily food, and a lot of times the families bring it in, so they don't have to pay for it. Again, with the current war situation, even though they have their own health care, a lot of their citizens are fleeing the country and seeking refuge in nearby countries, and will eventually make it to our military training facility or treatment facilities in Germany, and might even possibly seek asylum here in the United States. We're going to have to provide medical care in most of those situations. And so knowing about the Orthodox and their similarities to our own Christian culture, it's not much of a change, but we still have to be aware of some of their belief systems. Our Ukrainian allies are like us in that there isn't much difference in who cares for who. Men and women are treated equally in that situation. As a matter of fact, that's a picture of a Ukrainian female soldier performing care in the field on a male soldier. Like the gender rule, there aren't really any restrictions between diet, medication, and procedures, except for abortion, which is prohibited by the Orthodox Church. While abortion is prohibited by the Orthodox Church, that's one difference that living in Texas is a little bit different. So when I interact with patients, if they were here, it would be the same because it's illegal to have an abortion in Texas. As a Baptist, we're also pro-life, but I'm pro-choice, and abortion is legal in a lot of states in the United States. So I wouldn't have any issues with the patient. I would respect their views and would get them in touch with the right resources. Similar to a lot of religions, the Orthodox priests do visit the sick, and they may offer a blessing, a confession, or communion. The images here show a priest offering a prayer, and also a small image actually shows a priest doing the same thing, but in COVID times. I'm a Christian, and we do allow for cremation when someone has passed away. But I again would respect the Ukrainian slash Orthodox patients' belief systems, and we always would call in clergy, their priest, to do the end of life rites and to respect their bodies in that manner.